This is the preliminary report on case number 630, a case sent in by Yehuda. When I got the tooth, this is what it looked like. It looked like a root tip. I don't know what has been done to this tooth or what was used. Took pictures of the terminus as well. It looked like it had been filled with some sealer. When we took a radiograph, it looked like a well-condensed fill. I actually don't even know what tooth it is. When we split it, it split fairly well into two sagittal sections, and the gutta percha was very easy to remove. And after it was removed, you can see there's quite a bit of sealer. Don't know what kind of sealer it is. Took pictures of the gutta percha, didn't see anything particularly unusual. Looked like a very well obturated case. And then we were able to get some fairly decent pictures of the apical terminus, which I assume will be the area of interest. After it was dehydrated, some of the sealer came out, and this is what it looked like right before we sputter coated it. So you can see we are going to have some areas where it looks like we'll be able to observe the naked canal wall. And this is what it looked like after it was sputter coated with gold palladium. So we went in and looked at several areas. I spent about 3 hours looking at the tooth. Did not see really anything very unusual. It looked like a demineralized a smear layer or a predentin layer. Didn't see any evidence of any bacterial morphotypes in any of the canal wall. When we looked at the terminus in both the split halves, there was a difference between them. Here you can see it looks like a fairly clean apical terminus with your standard demineralization of the predentin there. However, when we looked at the other half, we do see what I am interpreting as a fairly robust biofilm. When you see biofilms that look like they're in the sheet kind of organization, that's how biofilms create this structure with their EPS that has this appearance to it. And if you look carefully, you can kind of get a sense that this is a biofilm, a fairly robust biofilm. It reminded me a lot of the paper of Bill Costerton's with Christoph Schedin and Paul Webster. And when you look carefully at these areas, you can actually detect some bacterial morphotypes. This is the paper I'm referring to. It's a different case completely, but it does show these kind of sheet-like structures that biofilms grow. And this is kind of a comparison. So you can kind of correlate this with Dr. Webster's work. So I hope this was valuable. I don't know what was done here. I'm looking forward to Yehuda filling out the clinical forms, and then I'll make a final report after that.